Brings McCullough and Singleton together again. Stage 41 is cancelled due to accidents resulting in the retirement of Demoot and the Knox brothers. A final service before supper and a 2-hour rest. Fisher in second is well ahead of Fagan. Does his service manager regard this as a secure margin?
It gives him that wee bit of leeway if he has a puncture or something like that, but there is that other point, you know, if he thinks he has too big a cushion, then he can very easily relax too much and throw it away.
So serious misfortune for Russell Brooks, and this could be the first circuit win for Bertie and yourselves.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't wish that on Russell either, would I?
But yet it could be.
Well, I mean, there's still quite a bit to do. The section after the Leave Outer Rad and between there and the north, I mean, that is a very, very tricky section of stages.
So fingers crossed at the moment.
That's the way it is at the minute, yeah.
The final leg eventually returns to Belfast. They complete the first half in darkness. Dawn on Easter Tuesday morning, the end of a long, cold and lonely night. The 5th of April welcomes the rally with snow and ice. The talk of the darkness hours is the charge of Superfin Pentiauricula, whose steel nerve and cat-like vision has penetrated the night mists of Connemara and Leitrim to gain 3rd place, only to have it all slip into a bog just 3 stages ago. Although the Lancia is still running, it looks as if it will be over the maximum time allowed. Others have dropped out during the night. John Weatherly's Citroen will not appear, and the life in Desi McCartney's engine has disappeared in the all-night marathon. Brooks has stretched his lead by almost a minute. Both he and Fisher are coping masterfully with the conditions. And McRae's magnificent drive brings him right back to 3rd. He has made up 32 places in just 3 days. Dawn for Trevor Fleming is nothing new, and the Flying Coal Merchant is heading for circuit honours despite no sleep and a very light-hearted approach to rallying. But all these survivors have to keep fighting that terrible tiredness for the few remaining stages. Breakfast time and an hour's rest. Russell Brooks has been to the manor borne by his Vauxhall Chevant. Thoughts of a bowl of Crispries probably bring a little snap and crackle to pop.
Well, I'm feeling very nervous now with 3 stages still to go.
Well, you've held the lead for a long way. Surely nothing can go wrong now.
Well, we don't intend to lose it now. Well, we've even put some very strong tyres on, so we've got no chance of getting a puncture.
So it's ironical in a way that it's yourself, a previous winner, who should dethrone Jimmy McRae.
It's an event where experience counts for a tremendous amount, so I don't think that's so surprising in many ways. You know, it's you've got to learn to pace yourself, and a knowledge of what the stages are like rather than the stages in detail is always very useful.
We had a fairly undramatic night. We just drove as quick as we felt it was safe. So no pressure from behind. So.
You're in a fairly secure position. You've no chance of catching the leader, and you're fairly secure from behind. So
yeah, we're about 4 minutes behind Russell and about 15 minutes in front of Jimmy. So
you're not going to take any chances
there's
just to
not a
entertain
lot-
the spectators
not-
or anything like
there's
that?
not a lot we're going to do, you know.
Third.
Third now.
Yep.
That's a tremendous recovery from 35th. Are you satisfied with that?
Yeah, I think we are really. I don't think we could wish for any better. I never thought we would be third.
Do you shed a tear that you've now lost the circuit after 3 years on the throne?
Yeah, you've got to do it sometime.
And
Can't win them all.
Will you be back again to try and regain the crown?
Oh yes, no. See, if I'd won it this year, I might have said that I couldn't come back, try it for a fifth time. See, I'll need to come back now.
You've lost a beard since we last spoke to you a few days ago at Mondello Park.
That's
Does
true.
that make you go any quicker?
I don't know. I thought it might. I'm not sure whether it did or not. It might have been contributed something.
Well, obviously, I mean, your overall position at the moment is... does that not surprise you?
Oh yes, if someone had asked me at the start of the rally how I was going to end up, I wouldn't have been as optimistic as that by any means. I've been certainly very pleased.
So is your position at present secure?
Well, you can never be sure. I mean, there can be mechanical mishaps and that sort of thing, but...
There's no one close enough to worry you.
Oh no. Ronnie's about 5 or 6 or maybe even 7 minutes behind, and well, we know who's in front, and I'm not going to catch him.
The Roll of Honour. Louise Aiken and Ellen Morgan hadn't just won the ladies, they had impressed everyone and vanquished many more experienced competitors. Keith Edwards and John King proved that good results can still be achieved on low budgets. Stanley Orr and Jimmy Davidson displayed the true art of rallying. Frank Fennell and Tom Callahan, the top South of Ireland crew. Kieran and Langley Humphreys, a family triumph. Sean Burke and Hugh O'Donnell, perseverance and pace. And Tremendous Trevor comes home in 13th place. Again, Fleming has finished the circuit in magnificent style. 13th overall, but perhaps it is the spectators that are lucky on this occasion. But the power and the glory must go to the top 6 finishers. Chris Lord is not only 6th, but he is also the most law-abiding competitor. So Russell Brooks becomes a member of the elite club of 3-time winners of the Circuit of Ireland, joining Paddy Hopkirk, Roger Clark and Jimmy McRae. But for Jimmy, that brow on Friday was the April Fool that he'll never forget.